You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 119.
119. I'm back as Ralphie Rose because my boy Ricky Rose is back with a new song. So it's just back in that spirit.
I feel it. B Mike Bandit here was happening. I didn't get a chance to do this last time because we kind of got straight into it. So let me get the social media handles out there. All new listeners. Please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast, and our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there, and make sure you check out the website to get your OS merch.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh man, Ralph, another week, man. We back.
Yep.
How was your week, man?
It was pretty cool, man. Just I don't know, get back, I guess, to the full swing of everything, work, podcast, life, all that stuff. So everything's cool. I don't know. I have to get on my high horse about this. Well, it's not even a high horse. It's just, we stayed away from like vaccine rants and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna make it serious real quick.
Oh, go for it.
I'm gonna just say this. If you don't want to get vaccinated, fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. That's your choice. It's your body. Nobody's forcing you to. I'm not the person that sits on the high horse and is like, hey, you need to be vaccinated.
Right.
I just want you to live a life that's conducive to everyone else, like public safety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand, people are very weary and very cognizant of what they want to put and don't put in their bodies.
Cool.
So we're having a vaccination clinic that's sponsored by my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi fraternity, in conjunction with the SG Rose and the St. Clair County Health Department for those who are local. So we're doing our due diligence, making sure people are outside. Now, why I'm outside with a sign, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside with a sign.
Right.
Hey, come on in. We got the vaccination clinic. I got stopped by two people that just wanted to say, hey, brother, you peddling that in the neighborhood, man. You know the white man trying to kill us. I was like, look, my nigga. look, my nigga. You act like I'm selling drugs. Like you act like I'm, like there's a liquor store right over there that kills you too. But nobody's going up to Hakeem telling him about, the things that's killing the neighborhood. But yet you want to come to me. And this is my gripe as to why I don't really get into these debates. My mother passed because of COVID-19, who was unvaccinated. So a lot of that emotion is really tied into that argument. So I can't have a sound argument.
Right.
So my mindset is like, explain to me why this happened then. Well, if you can't shut the up, like
seriously. No, it's for real. I mean, we've had these talks off mic, and I mean, I agree with you. Like, again, like Ralph said, if you don't want to get vaccinated, fine. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to tell you to get vaccinated. Cool. But understand that in not getting vaccinated, you are more susceptible to COVID. You have a greater chance of passing away.
Yeah.
So cool. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. But realize that yes, you probably need to be double masked up wherever you go, because it does thwart your chances of getting COVID. Not saying you won't 100% get it, but it does help reduce the probability that you'll get it.
Yeah, it's just the people
and spreading it to other people.
The people that stand on these false logics and these fake sciences and things like that. Okay, fine. Don't get it. That's all. Like, just leave those alone that who want to get it and trying to live their lives healthy. That's whatever. But I was just like,
yeah, no.
I'm not having this debate today. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
Very dismissive.
Understandable. Yeah, man.
Oh, how was your week?
No, it's all good. I also realized we talked about this last week too. After we cut the mic off, but I realized I didn't really get into what I've been doing since our hiatus. The biggest thing for me was actually like interviewing for a new position. So, man, I think I've interviewed with at least 6 different organizations. Some of those organizations I had to do multiple interviews, and the last one that I did, after the last one I did, I said, you know what, I am mentally exhausted. Like having to answer the same questions all the time. Well, tell me about a time when you had to, you got something in late or something was like, it was draining. Yeah, so after my last one, I was like, you know what, I am done until next year. I can't keep doing this right now. But the last interview I did, I got offered the position. So I'm real happy about that. My start date is in December. So it's lit. So I'm glad I went through that process. And honestly, working from home helped in that process because I didn't have to go anywhere. All my interviews were over the phone or via like Microsoft Teams or Zoom or whatever. So it was dope. Like the phone interviews, I'm in sweats and a t-shirt, like just walking around the house pacing. Like it felt good to not have to put on a face when it comes to like interviewing. Cause like you have to, of course you got to dress a certain way. You have to make sure your posture is right. Like all of that is added stressors when it comes to interviews, like on top of having to answer questions. So being able to do those interviews from home really, I feel like really helped me. So that was great. And I want to tell everybody, if you're at a point where you're interviewing for a new position, ask what you feel you are worth. Do not feel like, don't feel bad for asking what you think you want to make. Don't be afraid to counter offer, because this is the first time. So I haven't interviewed in 5 years. So this is the first time I'm doing it in a long time. I know things have changed, but I was at a point now where I'm counter offering. I'm asking for certain incentives. Like these businesses, they have the means to give you what you want. You just have to ask for it. You have to ask for it. So when y'all get to that point, just make sure, hey, you ask for what you want, ask for your worth, and never feel obligated to stay at a job longer than you feel like you have to. If it's stressful, you don't have to stay there. Look for something else. I don't suggest quitting a job before securing another job. I know some people do that. I don't suggest that, but just know that you do not have to stay. You are not obligated to stay at these jobs, because as soon as you leave, they're going to replace you just like that. So I just wanted to get that out there. Okay.
Glad you got your signing bonus expense account.
All that.
Office,
company called Astroworld, all that. But the other major accomplishment for myself, I actually joined a board of directors. So I don't know if you guys have seen on social media, Facebook and my Instagram, but I've been playing tennis over in East St. Louis on most Sundays with the East St. Louis Community Tennis Association. And the president asked me to be part of the board. It was complete shock to me. It was honestly out of nowhere, because I'm just going out there having fun, playing tennis. But no, they asked me to join. They wanted some new, younger perspectives on how we can engage the community, how we can get tennis more prominent in the East St. Louis community. So I was excited to join. I've done like 3 meetings so far. So, and we got some initiatives going on for the winter that I'm pretty excited about. So if y'all want to check that out, you can go to EastSTLOUSCTA.org. You can donate. You can look at the pictures of things we've done in the last couple of years, the awards we've gotten. Just check that out. I just want to get that out there too. So East St. Louis CTA is lit.
Okay. Any more church announcements?
Let's see. The pastor would like all the male members to join in fellowship this Thursday for Bible study. I don't know what happened there either.
I know. Joke fell flat. But all right, off the dome.
I am not a comedian, clearly. But yeah, man. You want to get it? You want to take it? Or I got it first.
You got it first.
Got it first. All right, cool. So recently, I think with like in the last few days,
okay,
HBO Max put out a slew of like black 90s sitcoms.
Okay.
Martin, Jamie Foxx, I think some other ones. So I wanted to ask Ralph because Jamie Foxx is like my all-time favorite sitcom. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to ask Ralph, what is one of your favorite TV show episodes? Just any TV show favorite episode of that series.
So many of them. Well, since you said Jamie Foxx, I'll just use Jamie Foxx as my example. The episode where he had to go to driving school with Mark Curry was the was the driving instructor. As I forgot that character's name, but it was hilarious. Man. Like, because I think the funniest part of the episode is honestly when Jamie broke character, and you've seen him break character.
Yes,
so
yes.
That's I can't think of the season. I don't know the episode number. I don't
season
know the name.
2, episode 10. Because that was my answer actually. So
you gotta have a backup answer, man.
Well, I got one. I have a backup answer. It's still Jamie Foxx show. Okay. But the episode where him and Braxton, Jamie and Braxton did the Michael Jackson did the dance battle, and they end up dancing like Michael Jackson in their apartment because they shared an apartment. That, oh my god, it's so funny. I just enjoyed the series as a whole. I know past season 3 when it gets to Jingles 2000, I know it gets trashed. I like season 4. I'm actually like in the middle of season 5 now. Now that I can see where it's like, because they tried to do like a lot of movie spin-off thing. Was not good. Yeah. Season 5 wasn't really that good. I enjoyed season 4 though. Mm-hmm. But the episode where Jamie and Braxton they did their dance battle after sharing an apartment, that was just too funny to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. My off the dome. Gucci Mane recently signed a rapper by the name of Bizzle, who was a high school senior, had a promising career as far as in the going to he had a scholarship to play football. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. So he was on the path to playing, I'm not even sure what is it, D1, D2, it doesn't matter. Football scholarship. Okay. Or you get to sign to Gucci Mane as a rapper doing what you want to do. Mm-hmm. So as a parent, would you allow your son or daughter, if they had the skill, to bypass college to be a rapper? Especially if someone wanted to sign them at their young age.
Yeah. Honestly, 33-year-old Johnnie, I say yes, I would allow them to be the rapper, but I would sit down and talk to them. So I'll give them my blessing, but before have the conversation like, okay, you're 18, if you want to go and pursue this rap career, that is perfectly fine. But understand that if, let's just say in 3-4 years, because that's like the average span of an artist now, in 3 or 4 years, if you're not hot, bubbling, sizzling anymore, like you won't really have anything to fall back on. So what would be your plan after that? Mm-hmm. That would be the discussion I would have. But I would say go for it.
Mm-hmm. Does the rapper in question influence your decision?
Gucci Mane? No, only because I wouldn't just ship my son off to Gucci and then just let Gucci just, do it, just be the parent. No, I'm still the parent. Like my child knows that he or she can come and talk to me, if they're having issues with anything. I'm still going to be the parent. So I'm here for any issues that may arise in the situation. So no, the rapper in question wouldn't bother me much.
Okay. It's more so just the situation, because at the end of the day, what does the dollars look like for the artist? Yeah. I think with that, honestly, it's just whatever the child wants to do. Because at that point, I'm talking about a high school senior, somebody's getting ready to graduate. So you have 2 good paths laid out for you. You're talking about you can go play football in college, or you can literally go be a rapper, and that's something that you're good at. Yeah. I don't think like necessarily the rapper would influence me. It's just more so the deal itself. Definitely when it comes to knowing the ins and outs of it, like, do you have to be signed to somebody? Could you just be independent? Because some people don't aren't going to be popular as soon as they get signed.
Of course, right.
Sometimes there's an artist development phase, which we really don't have these days.
Right.
Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 years to really, really get hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's really out there.
I would even go as far as to telling my child to ask Gucci Mane, like, what's the plan here? Like, yeah, okay, I'm about to be signed to you, right? So what's the plan in putting out my music and marketing and, you know, getting me TV guest spots or being on the Breakfast Club? Like, what's the plan in actually getting my name out there so people know who I am and what my music sounds like? Like, what's the plan there? Like, I wouldn't say just go sign just to be signed. Like, you have to know, you know, like what actually is going to happen instead of just sitting around. If that, I feel like that makes sense. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. That was off the dome. If you had a child and they were able to sign to a rapper, or go to college, which career would you let your child pick?
Yep. And what is your favorite television show episode?
Please, we want to hear from you. Use the hashtag off the dome, please.
Yes.
Let's get into this, man. We're getting back into the current news topic cycle, man. It's just been a long time for us, so we're still kind of knocking their rust off, man. But we're going to start with Kanye and Mari West. Drink Champs interview has been dominating the headlines, honestly, for the past 2 weeks because it's 2 parts.
Yeah.
It's so much to really kind of get into. Don't look here for, a complete deep dive.
Right.
That's not what we're here for. We're here for these jokes, honestly. Johnny, what did you have? Like, what do you kind of like just take away from Kanye Drink Champ interview, either part 1, 2, or both?
So I've only had the opportunity to look at part 1 so far.
Okay.
And that was 2.5 hours. So I think I got through a good 2, and not all in one sitting either. Yay, my guy. I have so many like mixed thoughts about the interview as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I do think a lot of what he was saying kind of made sense, but I think just the way his brain works, it doesn't come out the way he's actually thinking it. From what I remember, the standout part to me was when Nori asked him to choose between Common and Talib Kweli. And he chose Common because Common is the better rapper. But the way he said, like, it said it as if he was dissing Talib, which I don't think he was. But I mean, if we being honest, yeah, Common is the better rapper between the two. So it's like, like my man's he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. So, but I feel like the interview was just a lot of that. Him explaining certain things and situations, but it coming off as harsh, off as crazy.
I'm kind of share the same sentiment with you. Like, I definitely watched or got into part 1. Haven't really gotten to part 2 because I think it just released, honestly, right before this, this recording itself. So the second interview hasn't been out that long. Kanye is definitely a scatterbrain. He's not, as crazy as we had made him out to be. I think that it's kind of dope that he was comfortable enough with Nori to even get into the space. I mean, get into the subject matter that he did.
Right.
Because honestly, I don't think Nori's that great of an interviewer. But Drink Champs is it's crazy when you're not that great of an interviewer, but your platform is where everybody comes to for interviews. But you get the best people and you get the best stories. Like, some of the best stories have been broken on Drink Champs in the past, year, 2?
Yeah,
something like that.
Which is kind of crazy. But do you think it's because they drink it?
I don't know if everybody drinks. Everybody's like, oh, don't do alcohol. But like they,
Yeah. I don't. It's weird because that's true. Like, is Nori the best interviewer? No, not really.
Not at all.
But I guess the environment that they have created there. It's just like, I guess it's magnetizing. It gets people there and gets them wanting to tell
these
stories.
Stories.
These stories. It's I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Like, I think it's dope. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I did recognize how happy, in a sense, Kanye seemed, because from what I can remember him in the media over the last few years, like, I've never seen him smile that much. He's laughing, he's interacting, he's happy and telling stories. Like, it seemed like a feel good, happy Ye. Like, I don't know. I thought it was great to see, to be honest with you. even in him trying to explain certain things and maybe them not coming out as he's thinking them, he's still happy and actually talking, about these things. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, it was major takeaways, especially part one. The whole, I don't know where the beef from Big Sean came from. I was just like, wow, like the worst thing I ever did was sign him. But that was more so a personal thing. It wasn't like the business or the music, and that's why I was like, But
what about it made it personal, do you think?
Oh, well, he said that him and John Legend spoke out publicly about him running for president and saying these things in the media. So he took that personally.
Okay, now that I understand. So do you think in response to that, Kanye was saying that's pretty much the reason why he said that. Okay, got you.
Because you can say whatever you want about Big Sean as a rapper, right? I think Big Sean is a phenomenal talent when it comes to rapping. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you signed him, don't say that, because the people that hang on to your every word will try to have revisionist history when it comes to his success.
Got you.
Or lack thereof. Well, he didn't do this, so he, Ye must have been right. Oh, no.
And it makes me question their friendship or familyship just outside of the industry, period. Because was Kanye wilding with the whole political Trump shit? Yes, I believe so. Yes, but at the same time, if Kanye and Big Sean or that conglomerate or that family, I think what you're doing, you wilding, but I'm going to pull you to the side and say, hey, what's up? Or try to get an understanding or something like that, instead of like publicly shaming the other party. Because
his thing was with Big Sean and John Legend, two people who have been attached to good music, assigned to good music at one point, however the chips may fall. But you have people like Pusha T or Side, and he said nothing. Right, and you know they don't agree with Kanye.
Right, exactly. Which is why I question like how how close they actually were in the past.
Well, some people can view relationships and business and things like that in two different lenses. He might be like, well, Kanye feels like, I know his mom, I changed his life, X, Y, and Z, so he should always be loyal to me. That doesn't mean loyalty and what I agree or disagree with.
Right.
Those are two different things.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people misconstrue that as well. It's like you my people, but I'm not going to agree with 100% of the shit you do or say. Like, it's just human nature. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, but in that, I still recognize you as my people. Like, it's hypothetical. Like, if you just came in here talking about Donald Trump was like the best shit for America, I'm gonna look at you crazy. And we gonna debate it on the mic, but after I'm gonna actually sit down and try to understand, like you really mean this, like for real. But that's not gonna make me hate you. Like, I'm not gonna say you can never come to my house again, we can never record again. So it's a whole interesting situation, man.
Yeah, and I think one of the big plot points of that was his beef or fake beef with Arbery. So it's kind of like he discussed it in a way that only somebody could, like, it's like Drake is very methodical, right, with his beefs, and he was just like, the things that he does, like, he's not gonna do certain things outright. Like, he talked about Drake moving 3 houses down from him and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was like, who does that?
That's
like,
petty. It's
petty, and it's just like little things, like, like he said, he talked to the women around to people that he's attached to. So it's a lot of pillow talking going on. So that's where the whole, now you can see how the Pusha thing really kind of got going.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like Drake really has this good guy persona outside. Like, he doesn't do anything like that. But behind closed doors, this isn't the first person that said something like this.
Right.
Yeah, ain't the first person.
I mean, it's a marketing thing. Like, the music industry or Hollywood or whatever, it's really a close knit of people. Like, it's the same people all the time. So what they do behind closed, we'll never see that, because we are not a part of that community. We're the consumers.
Yeah.
So everything that they do, like, we think we know Drake. We think we know Kanye. We don't know them. We really don't know anything about them. We only see what they allow us to see. So the whole with Drake subliminally doing, moving 3 houses down and all this extra stuff, like we never would have known that had Kanye not mentioned it. So,
but I think stuff like that kind of only it starts to chip away at Drake's arm in my eyes to me, because it's kind of like it's like, you know what, I'm just getting to the point where just do music, bro. I don't really care about like, you know, like that's all I really care about.
Yeah.
And to that point, it's only like, and then when you have the OGs like Jay Prince stepping in on your behalf, I really think that's nasty, because you throw rocks, hide your hand. You set these fires and don't put them out. You can't keep running to Jay Prince or having Jay Prince do things for you. You need to be a man and do it yourself. Aubrey's 34. Like, be a man about that. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing that to Kanye, Kanye shouldn't have to meet with Jay Prince. Like, facts. Like, y'all should be meeting. And then it's like, how much money is Aubrey paying Jay Prince? Because it's like, why is Jay Prince so involved? It's like, these are not two street guys, but yet Jay Prince is in the middle of it.
Right. Right.
Make that make sense to me.
It doesn't make
sense. Jay Prince is the boogeyman. I feel bad about even mentioning his name. But no, still, it's just like, make it make sense to me.
Because that video was wild with Kanye and Jay Prince in it. Like, that definitely looked like a hostage situation. Kanye did not look coming off the Drink Champs interview, seeing how happy and happy-go-lucky he was, to watching him read that essay off of his phone next to Jay Prince. He did not look comfortable at all. Yeah. And speaking about chinks in Drake's armor, if I recall, Kanye mentioned about Drake insinuating that he had sex with Kim Kardashian, knowing that he didn't. Like, and that whole rant, I understood Kanye's perspective. Like, you making it seem as if you did it, and I don't know if it happened or not. Kim saying it didn't happen, but you saying it did. So like, what's really going on? Why would you even play? Like, why play like that?
Because he's Drake.
Which is nasty. That's nasty.
It is. That's
super nasty.
This is the last thing we'll kind of get into, because this is something that he said out of his mouth, right? He said that he faked the whole backpack image thing.
Okay.
To get on, like, to really, like, you know, propel his image. Like, now that Kanye's career has kind of been laid out, like, you see it now, right? Nothing, you know, is going to change our eyes of how we view Kanye. People love or hate him. He's that polarized.
Right.
Do you think that's like kind of crazy, like kind of nasty to hear that now?
I mean, off instinct, yes, like that's super nasty. But how was that really any different than what people were really doing back then anyway? I feel like a lot of people portrayed a specific image in order to get on. Now, did they last? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like that was a thing.
Yeah, because honestly, now that you kind of look at it, Kanye is not a backpack.
Not even close. Not even close.
Not even close.
But I mean, it allowed him to get to a place where he was able to get in rooms with these different artists that propelled him to get to being the fashion person that he is, and all the names he dropped, Balenciaga and the people that work at Gucci work for me and all this type of shit. Like, it helped him get to that point. So I mean, yeah, the basic instinct is for me to say, nah, he wild for doing that, but look where he at now. It got like, had he not done that, he wouldn't be to where he is now.
That is very, very true.
So it's like, all right. I can't really be mad at it, honestly.
Yeah,
I can't be mad at it.
It's like the plan worked.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Can't be upset with that,
man. I do plan to watch part 2. I guess I'm just really happy to see Kanye in such good spirits, because I would say shit, like the last 10 or so years, like, it ain't really been like that. It ain't really been like that for Kanye. So this was a good interview. People are calling it interview of the year only because it's Kanye. Well, I feel like only because it's Kanye and the names he dropped and the stories he mentioned and how he was saying the things he was saying.
Well, I mean, honestly, it is. Nothing's going to dominate the news headlines for that long.
Yeah.
If it's anybody else.
Yeah. Now, if it's a part 3, is that nasty?
Oh, that's hella nasty.
Okay, cool.
Like, I'm good on part. Honestly, I'm okay on part 2, but hey, I'll take it out.
I'm hoping So I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers, but I'm hoping they actually talk music in part 2 because I would like to hear him talk music more. Like
music more. Yeah, because he talked about music in the first book.
I mean, a little like he did talk about like the whole Donda thing and how it came together, which I also thought was dope. Damn, I thought we said we was gonna get off of this, but now I'm going into another.
That's on you brought it back.
Okay, I did. But him mentioning how I think ASAP Rocky started dressing better than him. J. Cole was like the better backpacker. Tyler got better videos. And how he said that, I have to become Kanye again. Like I have to do all of that within one, which was why he marketed Donda the way that he did. I thought that was dope as hell. All right, so that's the last thing I had. All right, we can move on.
I got you, man. Speaking of Kanye, now we're going to talk about one of his sons, Travis Scott. Unfortunately, we have to talk about the Astroworld Tragedy. 9 people are dead, hundreds of injured at Travis Scott's annual Astroworld Festival down in Houston. It's a lot that we can get into. Johnnie, what do you kind of take away from this?
First of all, condolences to those families. Super unfortunate that even happened. I know it's easy to place the blame on Travis Scott because it's his festival. It's it's his show. I don't know who to blame. I just know that these people lost their lives. And they shouldn't have. People were eating. Some of the victims were like young children too, which is crazy. I don't know. I have so many mixed emotions about it because I don't understand why those individuals that like rushed the gate, like why that even happened. Like they rushed like the VIP, they jumped over the VIP gate or whatever and ran to the stage, and in them running, people fall and people are getting trampled over. It's just, I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. I'm not really sure where to start with this, man.
Oh, let me ask you this. Do you think that some of the backlash that Travis is receiving is racial?
Probably, yeah. As much as I hate to say it, there will always be a racial undertone to things. If this was Van Halen or whoever the young hot pop artist is right now, I don't think the backlash would be as heavy as it is. They would find a way to spin it to not put the backlash on whoever that artist would be. So yeah, I do think.
Yeah, it's a racial undertone for sure. But I'm not putting on my Martin Luther King hush puppies for this. Like it's not that. I mean, if you're familiar with the concerts that Travis throws, he is ultimately one of the guys that I kind of put into that rap rock pocket that they do festivals. He is really like king of that. Like that's why he's able to do Astroworld Festival. Like it's his festival. Right. He's that big of an artist. So you can bring Drake to your festival. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how big of an artist he is. So I just feel bad for the, obviously condolences to those families again and to those injured. It's a lot of money that's going to be lost. Yeah. Travis, you better keep selling those sneakers, my boy. And I know it's very honorable what he's doing. Like he's paying for the family's funeral. I mean, the funerals and things like that. But that's dropping the bucket to an artist like Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not saying he should, he's gonna get sued. Like there's a lot.
No, the lawsuit's out there already.
But the thing is, and the part that like kind of hurts the most, I would say, the people that are actually responsible for the deaths literally get to walk away free. Because there's no, how do you prosecute that?
See, and that's a very valid question. Because I recall seeing reports that the security that was got hired like off a text message, like didn't have proper identification. Like, so do you prosecute that security that was hired or the people that hired the security? Like it's so much to really think about in the whole situation.
It's like everybody fucked up, from Houston PD, Travis, Live Nation, this, that, and the third. But the people that literally committed the crime get to sleep at home. Like, they get to be at home with their
got
families.
you. Like the people that like actually like stepped on these people.
Yes.
Got okay. Yeah,
like that's saying. Like everybody had their part in their thing in this, but I'm talking about the people that rushed their gate, that trampled those people. Like those are the people that get away with this.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of unfortunate. I hate it, man. I hate it. And stuff like this definitely affects like Travis's rollout because he just put out like a new single or something like that. So not to say that he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You got a baby by Jenna. He'll be okay. I think they got another one coming. So he's okay.
Yeah.
And then the people that support Travis like blindly, they're going to continue to support
him.
Of
course.
This is not a cancel, like, even though I don't really believe in that. Cancel is not a thing. It's not a term that you can really use with this.
Right.
Is this going to be a really like a big stain on his resume? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Travis can ultimately bounce back from this, but we're not going to get Astroworld Festival in 2022.
Oh, definitely not. He canceled the second day. Like he canceled the second day and refunded everybody. So we definitely know Astroworld next year. Definitely not.
That's out.
How do you feel? So I saw a couple videos of people burning like his Cactus Jack Nikes.
Oh, they retarded.
Like that's
not a good word. My bad. That is wild, right? Because Cactus Jack Nikes,
them shits are expensive.
They are expensive. Like that's like buying a jersey to burn it. Like I still don't believe in that logic.
Crazy. Like if you don't want to support,
it's not that big a deal. Like he didn't do anything wrong. Like I mean, he did things wrong. Let me say that.
Yeah.
But he's not. It's not. I'm not burning shoes,
fam. If you don't want to support Travis Scott anymore, that is your God-given right. Sell them shits. Get your money back. Like, come on, like I would have burned them.
I would have bought.
Bro, I went to a shoe store called Soul Cave.
Yeah, I saw the picture, man.
Yeah, to buy myself a congratulatory pair of shoes.
Yeah.
First pair of J's. So clap for myself. Anyway. So yeah, I saw a pair of the Cactus Jack joints. So I'm not the shoe guy. Like I literally have no idea. If they look good, I get them. So I see these, but the Nike sign is reversed. So like that's his signature.
Yeah,
that's so. I look at the price. Like it's a QR code. You got to scan and look at the price.
I already know. Tell me the price. I know it's crazy.
If I recall, I think it said $1,500.
That sounds about right.
That's nuts.
That's resale. That's not the actual price. You buy $200 from Nike.
Okay. But it's resale still. That's crazy. And it's people actually buying them. Wow, that's insane. Again, I'm not the shoe guy. Like I'm really not.
Don't get me started on resellers because I'm the same type of dudes that probably trample them people at Astroworld respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
Gotcha.
It's just
it's
the same type of people.
That would make sense. But that was seeing that price was like, oh, this is different. This is super different. So yeah. Anyway,
I know we're speaking of lawsuits and legal stuff, man. Let's just bring it to the local sense, man. We got the NFL versus St. Louis, city of St. Louis, man. This is not really getting a lot of national public, headlines. I feel like if it was another city, a bigger city, people would probably care.
Right.
But somehow it's just it's wild because if anybody is in the not, living under a rock, right? The St. Louis Rams relocated after the 2016 season from the city of St. Louis to LA.
Yep.
They moved back after 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So who can be mad? You live in the leaving the Midwest for LA. Hey,
right.
Hey, it happens, right? But it was the way that it was done. It was a lot of fraud, a lot of coercion amongst owners, Stan Kroenke being the owner of the Rams. He just wanted to take his product to greener pastures. Understandable. It's the way that it went about.
Right.
He went about doing it. And the city of St. Louis was left holding a proverbial bag, just waiting on this, the stadium and all that stuff. But I'm getting off track. Johnny, what did you think about this headline and possibly the city of St. Louis winning said lawsuit?
So I do remember hearing about the lawsuit like a few years ago. I literally did not know it was still going on. I thought maybe they had settled or maybe the city of St. Louis lost. So I didn't even know this was still going on. But the fact that the city of St. Louis might actually win this lawsuit tells me that Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Rams, really was on that BS when he left. Like, listen, you are a billionaire, multi-billionaire, right? If you didn't want to keep your team in St. Louis, being the rich person that you are, you could have just said, "Hey, I don't want to stay here," because from what I recall, he was trying to get the city of St. Louis to upgrade the Edward Jones Dome where the Rams played, but the city of St. Louis didn't want to pay. But they didn't want to pay, I believe, because Stan is the billionaire. Like, why don't you just use your money to, to make the renovations or whatever? But clearly, in reality, he didn't want to stay in St. Louis. And like 10 or how many ever years before there were even talks about the Rams leaving, he had bought a plot of land in LA, which the Roger Goodell, the NFL CEO, whatever, was like, commissioners, like, that's really no big deal. He has real estate all over the world, so why would he do that? But in reality, that plot of land was for the Rams. So, and I think that's like the part that really is going to stand out in this trial, is like, you knew you wanted to leave, so why still try to play as if you wanted to keep the Rams in St. Louis? Like, why is that even a thing? So, which means that was true. Like, he was trying to be backhanded in the whole thing.
And it's clear to see that the city of St. Louis has a strong case, because Stan has offered $100 million off right now, but that's low in comparison to what he really owes in damages and all that. So it can be upward towards $1 billion, really.
Right,
so
which is what the city of St. Louis is looking for, $1 billion.
So if he has to like break off the city of St. Louis $1 billion, and then Stan was talking big, shit in the owners' meetings. So saying that, they ain't got nothing. If it comes to that, I'll pay the fees. Well, now he's like selling the owners. Nah, I don't really want to
see. Look,
so the owner's like, wait a minute, my guy, like, we ain't doing that. Like, we're not doing that. So now you've lost your hold with the ownership. So now it's like, okay, we're gonna have to, probably pony up this money. So it's like the NFL doesn't want to do this. So it's been plenty of theories floating out there. But they say the NFL might give St. Louis an expansion team in this package deal. I'm not really sure how that works, because I think it's 30 teams right now. So that means another city would have to get another team to kind of even out.
It's 30 NFL teams? I thought it was 32.
Well, 32. Either way, it should still be an even number.
Gotcha.
That's my point, right? So, okay, LA got their Rams. All right, cool. So what happens? Like, I'm just thinking, like, what happens?
I don't know, man.
Well, clearly the city of St. Louis got their case, and it's pretty much it's gonna drag out. But there have been talks about an expansion team coming back to the city of St. Louis because of this.
I mean, I'd be for it. I would be for an expansion team. Do I miss the Rams being in St. Louis? I'm gonna be honest with you, not really. There is a very large football community in the city. We saw that with the Battlehawks, with the XFL team. We had the highest. St. Louis had the highest attendance turnout, like, for any XFL game, like for the duration of the season that was shortened. So yeah, there's definitely a market here for it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I want to keep looking at this, because I want to know if St. Louis is gonna get this $1 billion.
Yeah, because that brings a lot of economic stability to the area, and it's gonna be lovely.
Man, what?
Everybody eats beef. Like, if the city get $1 billion, like, and I don't live in the city, so hey,
I don't either.
But still.
But see, it's not. And from what I was reading in this article, it's not only St. Louis City, it's St. Louis County as well. So the county is gonna get some of that money too, to allocate amongst West, North, South County. So yeah, $1 billion is a lot of money, and it could do a lot of good for the city and the county of St. Louis. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated here, because clearly nobody else is talking.
Right.
But speaking of, man, it's just if you want to get into the Verzuz talk, man, we can go there.
Yeah,
man.
let's do it.
We got Verzuz. We got two actually announced. One was announced last night, the night before this recording. We'll say the creme de la creme. But we have Stephanie Mills versus Shaka Khan, Battle of the R&B Divas, going down Thursday on November 18th on Verzuz TV.
Two divas. I'm gonna be honest. I literally have no dog in this fight, but the fact that it's these two icons in R&B and soul, like I'm definitely going to watch just because of the moment. Like I would never ever get a chance to see anything like this again. Right. So I'm 100% going to watch this. I do wonder if they're going to do like Patty and Gladys, where they're just just sitting down, or if it's going to be a performance type thing. Yeah, I'm interested in that. But honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, this is actually pretty dope. I know Stephanie Mills. I know how much of a diva she is. I can probably name maybe 3 songs. I'm more invested in Chaka Khan and what she brings. Honestly, the way the Verzuz plays out is pretty much who's in shape more. Yeah, so Chaka can have more of the songs I like and more of the songs that I know. But if she coming out wailing and squalling and it don't sound good, like Stephanie,
that's an L.
I know. I'm just saying, that's an L. Because this is not the day of IG and things like that where songs are just played. So I'm definitely I'm not saying I'm dropping what I'm doing to watch this on Thursday, but definitely if I ain't doing nothing, I'm definitely cutting this on. If I'm sitting still, that's my point.
Yes, sir.
So let's get to it. Let's get to it.
With the shits. We with the shits now, baby. We with the shits now, baby.
Oh man, if I ain't never predicted somebody getting their boots smoked so bad. But let's talk about this. Another Verzuz has been announced, and it's going down December. What's the date on that?
December 2nd.
December 2nd going down on Verzuz TV. We got Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3 6 Mafia. Johnnie.
No, you go first. You take it first.
Listen.
No, I got it. I
know Bone Thugs, they got songs with Biggie. They got songs with Pop. They got songs with is this song with Pop? Am I giving them too much? They do got song with Pop, right?
Bone with
I know they got a song with Easy for sure. Because that was Easy's group. But get all that. They got song with Phil Collins. So it's like
that Phil Collins song. I ain't gonna lie.
Tough. Bone Thugs is so influential. So before I get to these shows, right? I definitely think they're a dope group, solid group, whatever, right? But 3 6 is so a part of my childhood. It's not even funny, and I know they ain't got nothing for them. They ain't got nothing near another. Like they got a nan 17-3.
Oh, that's the prediction.
They got to perform too.
Golly,
they would have.
You don't think Lazy Bone them in shape?
Nope. They would have got smacked up on IG. Why is this getting? We're spinning the block on this Verzuz, and this was supposed to happen in the heyday of IG.
Yeah, no, this has been alluded to for Hillers.
Yeah,
for Hillers.
No, it was already booked.
Oh no,
that's canceled.
That's right.
Because DJ Paul was on a live spinning records. Like this got canceled the day it was supposed to happen, and we're spinning the block on this now. Hey man, let me tell you something. And then this is the thing, right? Whenever we start predicting Verzuz, like, well, they got to do this, they got to do that. Let me tell you something, right? 3 6, like this is the thing with Verzuz. They can go to like, well, I produced this. We got subgroups. 3 6 got subgroups. They got Tear the Club Up Thugs and Hypnotized Camp Posse, which is pretty much songs that's still under 3 6 Collective. So if Bone Thugs wants to play Mo Thugs, which nobody wants to hear, okay, fine. But we're talking about 20 bangers? Oh, 3 6 out of here. Memphis, what up?
Well, Ralph has pretty much laid it out for you guys. I'm gonna say this.
18-2.
We, and when I say we, I mean we as the hip hop Black community have predicted or attempted to predict the outcome of these Verzuz many times. The most recent time where we all had to shut the fuck up, was Dipset and the Locks, and we all know how the hell that went.
Yeah. So
I'm saying, for me personally, I'm not even gonna try to put a score on this because Bone Thugs can come out rapping every fucking body. Because this is gonna be in LA. I assume they're gonna be on stage and performing. So I don't know. I ain't seen 3 6 or Bone, nobody in either of these camps like do anything.
Juicy J.
Well, but I mean like perform. I know Juicy J been putting out projects and stuff, but I mean like actually performing, like in shape to perform and stuff. Okay. So I haven't seen it. I ain't calling it. Ralph got 18-2 in favor of 3 6. 19-1. 19. It's going down every time. It's going down every time. If if I had to put a prediction on it, because I mean, everything Ralph said is facts, big facts, big facts, big facts.
Hey man,
like, see how he grew up on 3-6 and how that's a part of his childhood. I mean, it's a part of my childhood too, but I lean more toward the Bone Thugs piece of it. Mm-hmm. So as much as I want to say they're gonna win,
they ain't got enough. That's all I'm saying. They don't have enough.
It's good
because some of the aces in the hole can be beat. That's all I'm saying. First of the money, honestly, can be beat. For the love of money, probably can be beat. Let's say this: 3-6 probably can play. 3-6 probably can play international players anthem. That beats a lot on Bone Thugs side.
Fam, I did not know. I just recently saw a clip about this. That 3-6 was on the original version of International Players Anthem. I didn't know. Did you know that?
Contract took them off, but the production deal was somewhere different.
I didn't know that.
Bun B did an interview about that.
That's nuts.
But that's the thing. It's like, oh, we can play produced tracks. Like, you think about how Verzuz have gone, right? People have been like, oh, well, I produced it.
Yeah.
Well, I executive produced it. All right, well.
The only person that did not work for was Fat Joe.
But, yeah, you're right.
That was the only one. That's the only one.
People like, well, I produced it. I featured on it. Like, that's the thing. It's so widespread. Like, Crazy Bone can play Chameleonaire. I'm rolling. Hey, I'm like, I'm for real.
No facts. He was on it, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they ain't too many of them.
It is not. Well, I want to make a case so bad, but
I mean, you can.
No, I can't.
I mean, you can't. No, listen. There's a side to this. It's a reason they signed up for this, but I just know. I'm not giving them too much, man. Look, I'm telling you right now, I'm biased. But I'm so convicted because I know what 3-6 got. It's a lot over there. They can play Slob on My Now. That's not even a real fucking single. It's not. But it's in the hip hop pantheon.
12-8.
Okay. As long as it's clear. That's all I can. Okay. I can jump off the window, 19-1, all that great stuff. But hey, they're not winning. They're not winning. It's gonna be a celebration.
Listen. That's the underlying thing here. It's always a celebration of hip hop.
They can play as hard out here for a pimp.
All right, man. Nah, that shit won Oscar, bro. Listen, off GP, that's a point because it's Oscar. It's an Oscar winning song.
Stop playing with me. 3-6. What up, Memphis? What up? All right, man. All right. Since we're talking about good music, let's try to get into this album review, man. Silk Sonic, we talked about them last week.
We did.
They dropped that album on Friday, an evening with Silk Sonic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Johnny, what do you think about this album before we kind of get into the nuts and bolts of it?
This Silk Sonic album that we have been waiting since February for. Yeah. When they dropped Leave the Door Open? January, February, around that time?
Something like that.
Damn near a year, right?
Yeah.
10 months. 2 other singles since then. 9-track album, which I actually thought was like a pretty good, like the perfect length for them. Mm-hmm. I actually enjoyed it. Okay. I actually liked it. I gave it the house test. I gave it the cleaning the house test, and I gave it the whip test. Mm-hmm. It passed. Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. Yeah. They make good music together. I can't even lie about it.
Yeah. 9 tracks, 31 songs.
31 minutes.
Yeah. 31. Yeah, what did I say?
31 songs.
But yeah, 31 minutes. It's I mean, I enjoyed the album. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. There's not if skate is your low, okay.
Yeah.
If skate is the low point of the album, okay. I think I enjoyed it. It's just something that it's just like some good feel good, chilling with your booze, chilling with your lady, chilling with your significant other type of music. Mm-hmm. I definitely want some brown, definitely want a cigar or something like that while I'm listening to something like this. What is your, I guess we already kind of laid it out the bag, but what is your high point of the album since we kind of already identified what a low is?
To be honest with you,
mm-hmm. It's not enough room on here for error.
No,
and
that's true.
It's not.
That's true.
It's technically 8 songs. I know it's 9 tracks, but the intro I really don't count that.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
So it's
right.
8 songs.
I'm gonna be honest though. Leave the Door Open is still like the high point of this album for me.
Okay.
Like leave the Door Open. I love the Bootsy Collins like transitions. You know, when he's talking and transitioning the songs. I thought that was dope. That was a really good touch. Man, the one thing I noticed about this album, excuse me, it sounds like if you listen to the songs in succession, it sounds like it's telling a story. Like he invites a woman over. They do what they doing. He's talking to her. I need a girl as fly as me. She leaves. So they're saying after last night, like, damn, I think I'm in love with you. Like, why you do that to me, girl? But now she back in the streets. So now I'm smoking out the window. Like it sounds like they may be talking about the same woman, but it's a story. Like they met her. She, they did what they did. She left, and now she back in the streets, and he's sad about it. They're sad about it. So I thought that was dope. I appreciate the storytelling aspect of this.
I didn't get any of that.
You didn't get that?
No, but you know me, I always miss that stuff. So I was like, all right. Like when people say something, I'm like, damn, man.
That's okay.
I just listen to the songs. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But no, I mean, honestly, the best song on the album to me is the joint with Thundercat about last night or something like that.
After last night,
yeah. I really enjoyed the vibe on that track. I'm not gonna hold you. It was a very, very dope, well put together song. Thundercat, I always hear stuff about him here and there on social media, so it leads me to desire to want to go check out his projects.
He's going to be here. He's going to be in St. Louis Tuesday.
Oh,
yeah, it's all good. All good.
but no, I mean, I think the low point of the album is just short as hell. Like it leaves much to be desired. I think that they only had a certain amount of songs and they just need to put the album out. That's what this feels like, because Blast Off doesn't feel like a finale.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Interesting. I thought it did.
It's kind of like when I'm listening to it, it's just like it feels like it could be another track after that.
So okay, the 8 tracks plus the intro. How many more tracks do you think will make this a good length album?
A smooth 12.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I like the 9 because it's an easy listen. It's a quick listen. Really, I mean,
but the thing is, I felt like if you was gonna give me 9 tracks, you could have did that shit months ago. Like that's maybe that's the apprehension that I have to when I'm listening to this album.
I'm not mad at that,
because it's like I feel like it leaves much to be desired. 31 minutes for an album like this. But
think about the type of music when this type of music was like the mainstream. Like this is the length of those albums.
Yeah, 9 tracks.
So I figured they were still trying to emulate that. But like you said, and I didn't even think about it, they could have gave us this shit sooner. Fam, they could have gave us this right after Leave the Door Open. This shit will be breaking all streaming records ever. Like
exactly. So it's like they dropped the ball on that in a sense. But I mean, Smoking Out the Window, like a lot of these songs were really, really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best thing I've ever heard. It's a good, strong project, but I don't think it's like I'm just not overly crazy about it.
Okay,
like it's good music, like, and it does have replay value.
Yes,
I'm saying that too.
Yes.
It's not like we talked about last week. Oh, it's just bars and that's it. No, this is good music. It has replay value, but I'm not overly crazy about it either.
If this was a album full of songs that hit like Leave the Door Open,
I think that's what it is.
But it's not though.
It's not that.
And it's crazy because
that's fine. It's not that too.
True. But like with Leave the Door Open being the lead single and as great of a song as it is, it does make this album, like, I don't want to say disappointing, but not live up to the hype that Leave the Door Open set, because it set such a high expectation.
Very high standard, yeah.
So yeah. But again, still enjoyable, still got replay value. How many skips do you think?
None. Like I didn't skip a track.
Gotcha.
Like even Skate, because Skate wasn't that long.
Fam, when Skate came out as a single, I hated it. Like I thought the song was terrible. But listening to the album, No, it's okay. I get it. I was like, I get it. All right, cool.
Say that. It's like that. Certain songs don't have to be singles,
right,
but it does fit within the body of the album.
They could have skipped Skate as the single, put out Smoking Out the Window a little bit earlier, then drop the album.
Smoking Out the Window probably wasn't done yet. That's probably the way that this feels like. It feel like some of these songs just weren't finished. Like, you can't tell me y'all was sitting on this since, whenever. Yeah,
you right.
Some of these songs got finished last week.
One of these songs probably. Most likely.
One of these songs got finished last week.
Bootsy ain't get all his vocals in. They had to make sure they laid that right. So, man, shout out to Silk Sonic. Yeah, finally putting the album out.
Yeah, dropping good music. Dropping some good music.
Yeah,
man. But Johnny, we always leave here and we always kind of leave our listeners with the blurred stuff.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We kind of get there. But I'm gonna let you bring this topic up because I really ain't got
that. Oh, okay. So, if you guys have been following the Disney Plus Marvel shows, Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out earlier this year. We did episodic breakdowns on YouTube. Make sure y'all go check that out. But during that time, or right after the Falcon and Winter Soldier series ended, it was announced that there would be a Captain America 4 movie coming out with Anthony Mackie starring as the role of Captain America, right? So a couple days ago, the Marvel Vice President Nate Moore put out a statement saying that Sam Wilson, who is Falcon / Captain America, Sam Wilson's journey in Captain America 4 will be about how he earns the Cap title without superpowers. And in quotes, it says, "We're going to put him through the ringer and make him earn it." Okay. So, first of all, that is wild. Like, this is nasty, it's wild, it's stupid. This whole quote is stupid to me. Did he not? And you correct me if I'm wrong. Now, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was a story of how he felt. Sam Wilson felt like he didn't, he hadn't earned the right to become Captain America. So he gave up the shield. Yeah. They go find some Boy Scout person that they feel like could be the best one. He turns out to be crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But throughout the series, Sam he was struggling with the thought of becoming Captain America. They meet Isaiah, who had been experimented, or Black Soldier, who had been experimented on with the super soldier serum. Did all these missions for them, actually fought the Winter Soldier, took his arm off, like all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Only to actually take up the mantle himself at the end of the series. Now, isn't that him earning it?
Yeah. That was the purpose of the show, right?
Right. That's where my mind is. So why would this Marvel vice president say that they're going to put him through the ringer and making him earn the title? And like we was going back to what we were saying earlier about racial undertones. This feels racial undertony to me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a microaggression in there. But I think this, right? It's two things can be true. There's a racial undertone. There's a microaggression. Okay. But I think it's more so, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I just think that the Captain America title is so beloved. I think if anybody came behind it, you're going to make them earn it, put them through the ring, because even the John Walker character, right?
But
he struggled with being Captain America. Because there would be people that would remind him, "Hey, you ain't Steve Rogers."
True.
And they would tell him that.
Right.
Nobody really told Sam that, because he really didn't take up the mantle until the end of the show. And by that time, he kind of gained and earned everybody's respect. So, yeah, two things can be true in my eyes. Like, yeah, it's a little, come on, man. But
it's wild.
But I think if Sam Wilson wasn't Black, I don't know if he really, like I said, I ain't putting my Martin Luther King hush puppies on for this. But I still it's a little wild, but I'm like, this
shit is crazy. For him to really for him to say that.
I mean, yeah,
like those exact words.
It's just the wording. It's the microaggression. That's all I got for it. Like, I'm not
And I try not to judge things based off of quotes and comments and stuff because
I've never heard of Nate Moore before today. The only person I know that's a Marvel executive is Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige, right. I try not to base my thoughts off like these comments and stuff because I don't really know what putting him through the ringer could mean. Who knows? It could mean fighting androids. What do you say? Robots, wizards, and some other shit. The big three, aliens.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's more so just he's still struggling with being Captain America. I mean, he's not going to be full blown Winter Soldiers. Captain America. Like I don't think we're getting that. Like it's still going to be somewhat of an origin. That's what I think he's trying to get at.
Which
is just how he presented it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it like this: Captain America 4 might be Captain America 4, but this is an origin story in a sense, like an origin movie. Because I'm not sure they're trying to do a whole trilogy. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I
either.
hope not, but I'm not gonna hold you. I don't.
Well, my thing. Well, we've seen his origin. We've seen his origin in the TV show. We saw how he became Captain America.
Everybody doesn't go watch the shows, so you got to.
But they made it a point to say y'all need to watch the shows in order to see the movies or get the movies.
It's okay. They know everybody's not going to watch the shows. They know that. Because if that's the case, I don't think. I mean, they put a lot into these shows, which I definitely enjoy. So I'm not going to sit here and discount that.
Big budgets.
But everybody's not going to watch those shows.
Agree.
You have to put something in those movies. Like you're thinking about making a movie. You can't think about the people that watch the show too. You just got to make the movie. And if part of the origin is going to be the movie, him struggling with being Captain America is going to be in the movie, that's going to be in the movie.
Do you think that's the case with, let's just say, Marvel and Disney? Because they've already interwoven like the movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
So can that really be a thing for them? Because they've already started to plant those seeds.
It started like some stuff is just going to be like very, very intertwined and woven, like you said, in the movies and the shows. That's going to happen. But some stuff you're just going to have to make specifically for TV and specifically for movie, right? That's how I'm looking at that. And if you go to the movie and this is your first time seeing this character, you want something, something to give you like, this is I'm going to see this character and I'm getting somewhat of a backstory. Cool. If I really want to get into the nuts and bolts of it, okay, I'll go get Disney Plus. But if I just want to watch this movie, I just want to watch this movie.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying.
I'm talking about movies. I'm not talking about racial undertones. I'm not talking about
just the movie.
I'm a viewer of this
the movie, right?
I just want to know a little bit about his origin before we get into everything else.
Got you. I get that, but before, like back when they were teasing WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, those TV shows that all came out this year.
Yeah.
The executives, everybody head of Disney and Marvel, they said going forward, you're going to have to watch these shows in order to get the movies. Not a direct quote, I'm paraphrasing, but they said something of the sort. So why change that now? I guess would be my question.
Well, I don't think anything's been changed. I mean, I guess these 2 points, they can't really correlate because Shang-Chi and Eternals don't tie to shows.
Right.
They don't.
Yeah.
You had to see Black Widow to understand that Milena, whatever her name is going to be in Hawkeye, which comes out next month.
Yep. This month. In like a week or two.
So, but still, you can still watch Black Widow in this, in this, and then be like, okay, like, I mean, certain things aren't going to be so tied into where you just have to watch everything to understand it. That's the point.
Got you.
Because it's been like that before. You can enjoy one standalone Avengers movie and not really understand everything else. Like, I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I know you wanted to put the Hush Puppies on. We not marching to Selma.
No, we not. We not.
It's a lot of other stuff.
It's not. No. But no, listen. We definitely not marching to Selma. But that shit was wild.
Microaggression. Yes.
I had to get it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Cause fuck that.
And then I'm just like, who are you, Nate Moore? Because we ain't never heard of you.
We ain't never seen
Kevin
your
Feige
face.
said this.
Then it would be more of an uproar, right?
It'd be more
looking at.
I've never heard of Nate Moore. Honestly, he spoke that.
Man, but yeah.
Anything else in the blurred bag, man? We good.
I mean, they did announce a bunch of TV shows, but I didn't get a chance to like really dive into it.
We'll get into that when it's time to. Man, a whole bunch of teaser trailers and fancy icons came out. Fancy logos. That's all we got. That's all Marvel did, man.
You're not excited for none of them shit?
Not really. I am Groot show. Come on, man. Like y'all playing in my face, man.
30 minutes of Vin Diesel saying I am Groot.
Like, you know what? I just got pissed. Because I'm like, this nigga don't even talk. He don't talk.
We are Groot. All right, so
we waited 2.5 hours for them to change one word.
One extra word. Oh, that's fun. All right.
Nuts. Well, okay. Well, that just concludes everything, man. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe on all your major platforms, man. We are over 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes.
So
thank you so much. I saw that last week when I uploaded. To everybody that has subscribed so far, we appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube now. Also subscribe on your favorite streaming platforms. We're on pretty much on everything. So holla at us, leave us a review, 5-star rating. YouTube, we'll catch y'all next week. And if you're still listening on audio, we are about to get to
Song of the Week.